Digital photography technology is changing the framework of photography. With the push of a button, anyone can take pictures, share them, and store them. However, there is concern people are getting complacent in this digital world.
Everybody has a camera on them at all times, and their phones. Everybody's becoming a photographer. Everybody's taking pictures all the time, and they're sharing it on Facebook, but nobody's printing anything.
When it comes to photography, our society is more connected by computers and camera phones, addicted to drives and disks, a generation lost in cyberspace. For all of the benefits of digital photography, there are trials and tribulations with every changing technology.
When you keep a file digitally, you're relying on the fact that some years from now you're going to be able to read those files. It's a lot better than it used to be. I think we all have some floppy disks of images somewhere around, or probably we don't anymore, and we couldn't read them if we wanted to. CDs will be around a little while longer, but those will slowly die. The permanence of things like CDs still isn't as good as the permanence of a photographic print.
I had it happen to me at one point. I years ago was under the impression that an external hard drive was like Fort Knox and that it was always going to be there. And so that's where I backed up all of my images. The sole place that I backed up my images. So I had about 2 or 3 years worth of images that one day were, boom, gone.
The Olsons, like many families, are clicking away and taking more photos than ever. However, they're left with a hard-to-manage stockpile of files.
I would love to have everything on my computer in a book right now and sit down with the kids to go through them, because we do that a lot with their baby pictures that are all in photo albums. And so I know if for these last probably 3-4 years, we haven't done that because most of them are sitting on hard drives.
I don't know anyone that gets their family together and says, come on, let's just pop a DVD and look at it. But if you come across an old photograph, you pause and you relive that moment and enjoy that experience all over again.
Whenever possible in their busy lives, opening up and sharing photo albums has become a family activity for the Olsons.
And so I do think there is something about actually holding the picture or putting it up in someone's room or having it in the book, because there's just more sentimental value there.
Photographs are tangible articles of history one can touch and feel. And being touched by the feelings evoked from picking up a treasured print cannot be duplicated by digital imagery and technology.
You're right there in that image where I don't think you have that sensation when you're just looking at it on a screen. I think there's more of, you're more engaged when you're looking at a portrait or a wedding album, something that's in front of you. You have that tactile sense.
Part of Print to Preserve is not just about keeping a photograph, but to make that photograph a keepsake. A family's legacy is often told in the form of printed and framed memories.
We all have to face the fact that we're not going to be here forever. But I'd love to have those beautiful, smiling images from the happiest times of our lives, and have them so our children and our grandchildren and their children can look at them and take some pride in the fact that we went the extra mile to preserve something for them of their family history.